He happens to be the Israel Consul General here in New York. His name is Ofir Akunis. We met last week. He stopped by to say hello, but he's here today. So you're Ofir, you're a very, I guess, accomplished man in politics in both Israel and New York, but the consul here in America for Israel, what exactly do you do? First of all, Boker Tov.
First of all, that's right. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Sure.
I appreciate it. The Israeli consulate in New York is actually the biggest embassy in the world, the biggest Israeli embassy in the world. So, first of all, we are dealing with the millions of Jews who are living here for a lot of time, and new Israelis who just came. Actually, most of them came in the last 50 or 60 years, a lot of them. So the Jewish communities, the Israelis, of course, all the congressmen and the congresswomen and the senators, and we're responsible not only for New York, but for Pennsylvania, Ohio, New Jersey, and Delaware.
Wow!
So yeah, it's a big
it's a big job.
area.
It's a big job.
Right.
You know, you talk about the size of the embassy here being the biggest one.
Yeah.
Now you lived in Tel Aviv before you moved to America to New York full time to work in politics here.
That's right.
So where these missiles are hitting and where Israelis are dying, as sad as that is to hear, is in your neighborhood. And I did get word this morning that the embassy in Tel Aviv got hit last night. Did you hear that?
Embassy, yeah. The consulate, the embassy now, it's in Jerusalem. So this is the consulate, the American consulate, but used to be, I think they moved it in around 2017.
Trump did it.
Yeah, Trump, of course, President Trump during his first term. And it was nearby my neighborhood. And it's not only Tel Aviv, it's we will not mention the specific names, but first of all, I want to send my condolences to the families who lost their sons, mothers, brothers, and sisters during the attacks. I want to tell you something. The Ayatollahs are shooting ballistic missiles against civilians, and they will pay the price. They will pay the price. They will pay the price today. You will see it.
No, I see it, and I know it, and I think
it's not enough.
No, we're not done yet. But
right.
I got to give Bibi and the Israelis credit. Once again, this is the Israel consulate here in New York, Ofir Akunis. He talked to the Iranian people. Those are good people, folks. They want to be westernized like we are here in the United States. They hate that regime. They've taken to the streets. Now, not big enough numbers, and they can do more, but they're scared. But Bibi made it very, very clear. Unlike the Iranians who are trying to kill our babies and daughters and mothers and fathers, we want no part of that.
So
right?
Yeah, you're right. So I said Ayatollahs. I didn't use the word Iranians. So the problem is from 1979. The Ayatollahs that actually, after the revolution, the Islamic Revolution, they killed a lot of the Iranians who opposed the new regime that they brought from France. Do you remember that Khomeini took a flight from France to Tehran?
I remember in 1978, before it all went bad in 79 with the Ayatollah Khomeini and Jimmy Carter, the Shah was our friend. We liked the Iranians. We was fine.
Yeah, but we found ourselves in a new situation. Of course, that all the trade and the direct negotiations between the state of Israel and Iran stopped. Why? Because of the Ayatollahs.
Yes.
Okay, they stopped it. Of course, the direct line between Tel Aviv and Tehran who used to fly every day. But I want to tell something about the ballistic missiles. We suppose that they are using hypersonic missiles. They tried to do it from Yemen. Actually, they smuggled their missiles, first of all, to Yemen to try it from the Houthis. And now they are doing it directly from Iran. So we demolished hundreds ballistic missiles yesterday.
About one third of all their missile launchers we demolished.
Like that, but it's not enough.
No.
It's not enough.
More work to do.
And we must continue this operation. I will tell you why with your permission. It's impossible that the Ayatollahs I will say it again to our listeners, the Ayatollahs, not the Iranian, the Iranian people, the Ayatollahs, it's impossible that they will have the nuclear weapon. Why? It's the same threat like the Nazis threat during the 30s. It's the same. You don't want it. And I want to tell you something. You don't want it here as well.
Of course.
Because they are saying that to Israel, that to America.
Yes, now listen, they will come for the Israelis on Saturday. They will come for everybody else on Sunday. We know that. Ofir Akunis here, the Israel consulate here in New York. So there was word that Bibi and the Israelis they know where the Khomeini is. He's been hiding, the Ayatollah Khomeini, but we know where he is, and we can kill him this morning. But the word is that President Trump told Bibi no. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I want to hear it from the president. And until then, I don't know. I can't,
Well, what you would like to see us kill him?
No, I will tell you. We said 5 days ago that the goal of this operation is not a regime change. We said that the goal is to demolish the ballistic missiles and the nuclear weapon. That's what we said. If the Iranians, and you said it right in the beginning, you're so smart, yeah. You said that you need to separate the regime and the people. So I think that there's millions of Iranians that want to see a regime change in Iran. We will not. It's not one of the main goals of the operation. If it will happen, I think that it will be very good.
You talk about regime changes, and the media, they're such liars, Ofir. In Israel, too, mind you. It's a very lefty, bad media, but certainly here. And they would lead you to believe that Israelis want a regime change, too. And I'm telling you, and you know better than me, nothing could be further from the truth. Bibi has won 4 of the last 5 elections. If there was an election this morning, he would win again. So the idea that everybody in Tel Aviv and Israel hates Bibi and the thousands that get together in Times Square here that hate Bibi, the idea that they represent the majority is just not true.
No, I will tell you something. Israel is a democratic country. Netanyahu, his first election that he won was in 1996. Then almost in a row from 2009. So the Israeli democracy reflects the will of the people. Actually, like any other democracy in the world, here in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in Germany, in Canada, and France, and in Spain as well, in Poland, you name it. So what's the meaning of the word democracy? The will of the people.
Yes. You worked for Bibi at one point, right?
Yeah, that's right. From January 1996. I said to Mr. Netanyahu before he became the prime minister for the first time, I said that I'm a great believer in your ideas. So that's the reason that I want you to lead the country. And it's not a secret. My opinions about the Oslo agreements are not a secret. I said them time after time after time, and I was 19 years old. 19 years old. I said that it's a huge mistake. And I think that the reality reflects
I think history reflects that, yes.
That's right.
This is the Israel consulate, Ofir Akunis, making his debut on Sid and Friends in the morning, and very, very proud to have him in our studios here in New York this morning. So you're obviously pro-Bibi. You worked with Bibi, and you believe that this operation was something that Bibi had to do, and you believe in your heart of hearts that despite conflicts between the two medias, that President Trump and the United States are behind your country of Israel 1,000%.
I said it was a Thursday night that the United States of America and Israel, we are on the same page. And I heard the president, and not only the president, I heard Mr. Witkoff one night before.
You were at Cipriani's?
Yeah, no, but I heard him.
Okay.
I have a mission somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I heard and I saw his quotes, and the president and the current administration already declared that it's impossible that the Ayatollahs will have the nuclear weapon. So as I said, we are on the same page, the same idea, and we will do two things. First of all, to defend our people. This is very important these days. As you can see, you just mentioned the last attack at Torah Tel Aviv and other places.
Haifa.
And and that's right, and other places as well. And of course, that we'll continue this operation, even it will take time to complete.
Yeah, weeks, may take weeks. So, I just had Johnny Daniels on the show a short time ago. He's a social influencer. The guy's
I know
terrific.
him, yes, of
you heard him.
course. Yeah.
And he said he's got kids in Tel Aviv right now. And he said, I'd love to get back, but it's not happening. The airport is shut down, and I would imagine, you know better than me probably, that it'll be shut down for a couple of weeks. When you're in New York, I know you love this city, you love working here, living here.
That's
but
right.
when these things are going on in your native Israel, especially in your own city of Tel Aviv, do you wish you were back there?
My kids are there. Yoni,
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they are, of course. My daughter, she is a lone soldier. And my son, he just finished his army service. So Adi and I, we are very worried. We are worried for them, but for the whole 10 million Israeli citizens, all of them. And you know that they murdered, the Ayatollahs murdered with their missiles, they murdered 5 Muslim citizens.
Yes.
In the Arab community, Tamra. It's in the Galilee. And 2 days ago, in another city, not so very far from Tel Aviv, they killed 3 Ukrainian citizens who just, it's in, and children as well. It's awful, I have to tell you. 10 years old child and others, and 80 years old woman. So there's no mercy. By the way, we can see the same attitude of the Ayatollahs, and the same behavior, an animal actually behavior of the Ayatollahs, Hamas as well. We will never forget October 7th. Next time maybe I'll bring a few photos, pictures that we taken on October 7th in the Nova Festival. It's unbelievable that people who consider themselves as human beings, did these things. It's unbelievable, to pregnant women, to Holocaust survivors, to babies. They burned alive families in their own apartment, in the kibbutzim and the other communities. So we are doing now whatever we need to save the world. This is the story, okay? The whole story is about Ayatollahs versus the Western world. Whoever stand with Israel, he is the good guy. And someone who wants the Ayatollahs, oh my God, I can't imagine someone in the United States, in the United States or in Europe.
There are plenty here. Plenty.
What, for Iran? For the Ayatollahs?
Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens. These are just people that you've heard of. Not even the thousands that walk the streets right here where you work in New York City that are pro-Hamas, pro-Iran, pro-everything that you're not supposed to be, they are. But at any rate, it is great having you in studio today. We'll do this often.